Okay, so we're talking about the circle of modes. So this is a generic diagram that gives us the proper chord shape and major or minor or half diminished associated, and we just go around in the Cage system. Okay, C. We're going backwards now because Cage is backwards to a pentatonic scale. But if we want to go forwards, we go. Okay, so it's C major shape, D minor shape, E minor shape, E major shape fourth, G major shape fifth, okay, and then A minor shape sixth, or just the triad. Now the seventh is going to be C half diminished. Okay, what is that? That's taking a C and just dropping each of its scale tone notes, its chord notes, one scale degree. So C goes, root goes to 7, 3 goes to 2, 5 goes to 4. That's why we call it like C minus. It would be C half diminished. And then back to C right there. So no matter where you start on the circle of modes, pentatonic scale going clockwise, Cage, the word cage going counterclockwise. Let's say we start the word cage from A. So instead of C-A-G-E-D, we're going to do A, E, G, C, A. Okay? Because you keep starting the word caged over again, it would be here we would start on, let's see, we want, okay, let's just do it pentatonic. So we're going to go A, C, D, E, G, A. So we'd have an A major shape. Then we'd go to a C minor shape second. So in the key of A, it would, you know, we could do it, here's the key of A, right? But we can also do it in Cage in the key of C, just as an inversion. Okay, so that first A major shape, you know, that then it gets a little complicated, but it also works in the major. So with A, we can use A major like that. Okay, its second minor is going to be C sharp minor. Now it's better to talk about it on guitar. All right, so in the A box, we're over here. Okay, we have an A major shape. We start here with an A major shape. Now this is in the key of C, but we could just as easily do it down here in the key of A, is what I was driving at. It's a little more complicated to do it on the piano because the A shape chord has a 5 as a lowest playable note. So that means it's an inversion. It's a second inversion of that, of the first Ionian chord, the root chord. It's a second inversion. So the Cage shapes are just inversions, all right? Here's our E shape where we start here, okay? But the G shape is the one that's actually that's actually the beginning of the G shape here is root. Like that, okay? But the E shape one, we start on E shape. Then we go to the D shape, which starts 2 on the 2 here. It's an inversion. It's a 5 chord inversion. So let's look at that starting on E shape. Okay, then we go to G shape. Then we go to A shape. Then we go to E shape. Then we go to D shape. Now watch me play a pentatonic on D. You see, pentatonic on E shape. Okay. Pentatonic on E shape is actually the root, sorry. Alright, the one that starts on the third is pentatonic on C shape. Alright, so it's a little complicated, but the circle of modes just gives us a convenient way to go around that circle no matter where we start. Sorry if that was a little confusing. And now, just a little bit talk about 12 key complete set of string shapes. Don't worry about the blues magic key here. Just worry about this. These are the chord, the scales rather, that are represented in these boxes. This is the key, this is the string shape. You can start and do this whole thing from the bottom. I'm down C tuned, LPN is a C. When caged is LPN, key equals fifth of the caged letter, except key equals 5 flat of C. That's probably true, but I can't really wrap my head around this. I'm just going to go root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4. Okay. I mean, we just continue on up from there. 2, 3, 4. Now this 5, 6, okay, is a problem, because the 5, 6 now moves up a caged letter. So we've got 5, 6 here. 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4 again. And this 5, 6, 7 is now up another cage shape here into the next box. 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5. However, if you play this exactly the way it's supposed to be played and you just keep going up and up and up, notice this does not drift. This pattern does not drift. No matter where you start on this pattern, let's start at 5, 6 here. Okay, so to make it easy, let's just throw a capo. Well, we can't do that yet, because if we throw a capo on that C there, then we can't get our 7. So here's 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there is drift to it when you hit the tuning warp, but you're not getting drift on the pattern. Okay. The other patterns, if you do the other two patterns, let's throw them up. Okay, sorry for the confusion. So here's these are the two patterns, and these patterns, these are not played as you see it. You have to adjust for the tuning third between the G string and the B string on guitar. You don't have to adjust in cello. But cello is in fifth, so they're different patterns. So the long patterns drift to the right and the short patterns drift to the left. So when we're looking at the C box in the short patterns here, you never know where that tuning third is going to be. Okay, so we wouldn't be looking at the top part here if we're just looking at the C box right here. Okay, then the tuning third would actually bring these guys over and bring them in alignment to the rest of the notes there. That's going to be about that long, and this is really fun. Okay, so in this case, the tuning third brings them over into alignment. However, in this case, when you look at the